I really like reselling. You know, being able to be on my very own schedule and sell mostly used things, sometimes new things, on places like eBay and Facebook Marketplace with the reach they have with millions and millions of people just never ceases to amaze me. This past week, this has been a common theme the past few weeks, but this past week, I had to do some car repairs. I do most of my own car repairs, so had to do some car repairs. And also, I've got another project I'm working on that I'll be talking a little bit about that in the next couple of weeks, but not going to spoil it just yet. But I was still able to sell, I don't know, $400, $500, $600 worth of stuff, and it just never ceases to amaze me. If you're a reseller, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a reseller, it can be a lot of fun. If you've ever had a garage sale though, or you've sold a few things on Facebook Marketplace, you're a reseller, you just don't know it yet. You're just getting started. But yeah, this past week, I actually sold 3 different things on Facebook Marketplace for a total of $160. I've got another thing that I'm gonna be meeting up with somebody later this morning to have a transaction. So, and then I've got a bunch of stuff right here that I sold on eBay over this past weekend. Just a really cool assortment of stuff that we'll get into here in just a minute. But if this is your first time here, my name is Brian and I'm a reseller. I go to garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and Facebook Marketplace to buy things to flip online for a profit. Most of the time. So I sell on eBay in the everything category, which means I sell pots, pans, tools, clothes, electronics, hats, all sorts of things on eBay. And then on Facebook Marketplace, I flip things occasionally. So I'm ramping that up a little bit as I'm like getting stuff purged from my house. And it's an easy way to flip things fast for cash, especially if they're really big and bulky and you don't want to ship them or deal with that. But that's a good way to let go of some things. So just this past week, I sold a big Starbucks sign. I sold which was a very unusual thing. Sold a brand new in the box, like cedar ring mop thing that you buy at Walmart that I picked up for free. And yesterday I sold a golf bag that I paid. Technically I have no money into it because I assigned the cost for it and a whole set of clubs to a putter that I sold. But I sold the bag by itself for $40 on Facebook Marketplace because it was in such great condition. So really cool stuff. And then today we're going to get right into the 6 things that sold on eBay over the weekend. The first thing that sold, it was a brand new item, but I bought it at a garage sale. So I picked up this Nebo Slim Mini flashlight. It's rechargeable. Just got a little belt clip on the back of it. It's funny, I actually have this exact same one. It was the first flashlight I bought when I was in search of a thin flashlight to go in my pocket instead of a round flashlight. They're okay. I don't love it, but it's okay. But I picked this up at a garage sale for $1 and I sold it on an offer for $16.91 plus shipping. That's the only sale I got on Friday. And it was late. It was probably 10 o'clock at night. Next up, this is a good seller, Panasonic Blue Line. This is the PV8450 model. I do have a set of AV cables attached to it. So I've got $6 into this, $5 for the VCR from a garage sale, and $1 for the cables. I've got a thrift store near me where I'll go pick up, all the cables are $1. So I go pick up these AV cables for $1 a set, and I'll pick up 3 or 4 at a time just to have on hand. But I picked up the whole thing for $6 and I sold it for $49.89 plus shipping. That one is going in-state here in Oklahoma, which they probably bought it for me because it's plus shipping and they can get the best shipping price buying it for me is my guess. Got some cookware coming back this week. There is a 3-piece set of this Premium Chef Mate. I sold a 2-piece saucepan set like this about 2 months ago. This is the second time I found this brand. I happened to be at my local Goodwill just right up the street. I walked down the aisle, and as I was walking down, I saw a lady walking out with a hard goods cart, and I saw these sitting on there. I couldn't tell the brand. I was still walking. I was a ways away. And I waited until she sat them down on the shelf, and I looked over and I saw that thick copper bottom. I was like, oh boy, I know what that is. And I went over and I picked up the set, bought it right away. So I didn't get as much for this one as I was hoping to. I sent out an offer for it, and it was probably a little bit too aggressive, but sales were slow and I was trying to make some stuff happen. So I've got 1908 into the 3 pieces, and I sold it for $44.92 plus shipping. That one was an interesting one because they paid for the order, and then within about 3 minutes, I got a message from the buyer, and it said, hey, whenever I was looking at these, I saw one shipping price, and whenever I paid for it, the shipping was $7 higher. So I expect a correction in price, in the shipping price. And I was like, how do I say this? Because if you're not a seller, it may not make sense to you, but I was like, how do I say this so that he can understand, like, I'm not trying to be a butthead or anything about it. And so I just replied back. I said, hey, thanks for letting me know. Unfortunately, I don't control the shipping prices. Like, based on your address and the weight and size of the item, eBay calculates the shipping price, and they're the ones that show it to you and charge you for the shipping. So I don't have anything to do with what the shipping actually costs. And I said, if that's going to be an issue, I completely understand. I'd ask you to probably cancel your order, and that way you're not overpaying for the item. And responded back right away. And this is 11 o'clock at night. And the fact that he sent that message so fast made me think I need to respond quickly. I don't want to let this sit overnight, because he's probably fuming about the $7. So read my response, replied back and goes, sorry, I didn't know that. I do live like kind of out in the boonies, I think in Wisconsin maybe. That's probably why. Go ahead and ship the order. Thanks. I was like, wow, that was a great outcome. I really thought I was about to lose a sale and have to resell these things. And yeah, worked out great. So these will be headed out the door today. Next item is this cool hat. It's a corduroy trucker hat with the rope on the bill. It's got a little like I don't know, like a little burn spot or something on the bill that I couldn't get off. I did picture that and tell the buyer, everybody, but somebody bought it. I picked this up at, this is an auto cap too, Autos brand OTTO. I picked this up at an estate sale for $2.20, and I sold it for $12.89 plus shipping. Cool hat. I've had that one for sale for about 4 months. I thought it was going to go faster, but actually maybe 6 or 8 months actually. It's been on sale for quite a while. Next up is a really cool piece. This is a piece of Magnalite. You can see it's kind of worn off on the bottom there, but this is a Wagnaware Magnalite roasting pan. I picked this one up whenever I was up in Iowa about a month ago. Got it all cleaned up. It's in really good shape now. I don't love the swirl marks, but it looks pretty nice. I picked it up for $4.31. It was not horribly dirty, but it was dirty. And I sold it for $58.89 plus shipping. It's funny because I paid $4.31 for that one before it was cleaned up. I spent about 10 minutes on it. It didn't have a lot of cleaning work to do. And then whenever I was in Iowa, I went to a different thrift store, saw that same exact roasting pan, that one right there. Well, not that one, but same size, same everything. And it was already cleaned, and they had it for sale as a vintage aluminum roasting pan for $79. I was like, they're not even that much on eBay. What are you doing? But it was pretty funny that they did that. But somebody's probably going to buy it, I guess. I don't know. So there's that one. And then the last sale of the weekend. I only had 6 sales. So this is sale number 6. This is pretty funny. I picked this up at an estate sale recently for 50 cents. And you got the old camo trucker hat. And the three guys laughing, you want it when? This reminds me of the people who place an eBay order, and after 2 hours, if they don't see a shipping notification, they're asking you, hey, when is this order going to ship? I need it immediately. I've only had that happen a few times, but it always kind of cracks me up. I'm like, hell, just hold your horses now. I've got 1 day shipping time, so I may ship it today or it may ship in the morning, but just hold your horses. And that's it. That's all 6 items that sold over the weekend. Not a ton of stuff. It's all my fault. I was slacking. I wasn't slacking so bad. I had a bunch of other stuff I was doing last week. It just wasn't listing eBay stuff. So last week, I listed a total of only 0 items. I was relying on the inventory that I had in stock, the assortment, items being decent sellers, and I just dipped below 400, having over 400 items listed as I started off last week to kind of carry me last week. And I'm going to have some items listed this week, maybe next week, but I've got this project I'm working on that it's going to be taking up a little bit of my time over the next couple weeks. So that's it for now. If you stuck around with me, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those down in the comment section below and I'll make sure and get back to you right away. And until next time, have a great day.